Better one? Which one's better? Okay, this one's. يكفي إن شاء الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqara, verse 57, وَظَلَّلْنَا عَلَيْكُمُ الْغَمَامَ وَأَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَنَّ وَالسَّلْوَى. Speaking to the children of Israel. And he says, remember when we gave you and we overshadowed you with clouds, and we sent down upon you sweet liquid manna and quail. Salwa is like a certain type of bird. It's called a quail. Anyone tried quail before? It's pretty good tasting bird. So he says, كُلُوا مِنْ طَيِّبَاتِ مَا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ. Eat from the good things we have provided for you. وَمَا ظَلَمُونَا وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. They did not wrong us, but they wronged themselves. So basically the children of Israel, so quick recap of the story. Many people know a little bit about the story of Prophet Musa, about Prophet Moses. Prophet Musa was saved from Fir'aun, parted the sea with the help of Allah. They went through, Fir'aun was drowned. Pharaoh was drowned. Now the children of Israel are wandering through the desert. And while they're wandering through the desert, they're hot. They're not living in Egypt anymore. They're not living in the major city anymore. And Allah is sending blessings to them to take care of them while they're in the desert. So one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent was, He sent down upon them a special type of food. They were able to get this liquid, sweet liquid like honey, kind of you can mix it with water and you can drink it. It's a sweet liquid and it was very easy for them to get. And then manna, salwa is quails. So the quails would come down on the trees and they would be super easy to hunt. Otherwise usually they're not that easy to hunt. So Allah basically gave them what two things? He gave them protein, which is the meat, and He gave them a sweet dish, which is like dessert. So most people, if you look at societies across the world, you find that there is like very simple food that people who are not very well off, they're accustomed to a certain type of food. Then there are people who are live the luxury life. Now what is luxurious food generally characterized by? Meat and sweet dishes. So basically Allah is giving them super high quality food. And He's giving them what they need. You need some sugar in your body to, get yourself moving. You need protein for your muscle growth and everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving them every single thing that they need. And then a few verses later, Allah describes, وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ يَا مُوسَى لَن نَصْبِرَ عَلَى طَعَامٍ وَاحِدٍ فَادْعُ لَنَا رَبَّكَ. So basically, remember when you said, "Oh Musa, we're never going to be patient over one type of food." They started complaining. Say, we're getting the same food every single day. Meat all the time. Sweet dish, desserts all the time. No, what we want stuff that the earth produces. We want lentils and cucumbers and onions and garlic, and we want all that food. So they're complaining, they're saying, we want the food that we used to get when we were in Egypt. We don't want the same kind of food that we're getting all the time. So they kept on complaining to Prophet Musa, to their messenger of Allah, after they've been saved from Fir'aun. And look at the response of Prophet Musa. He says, قال أتستبدلون الذي هو أدنى بالذي هو خير. Are you gonna substitute what is lower for what is better? You want stuff that's lower quality and you have stuff that's higher quality. Something is wrong with people when they have that mentality in their hearts. Then Prophet Musa said, and I'll end with this. He said, اهبطوا مصرا فإن لكم ما سألتم. He said, go down to any city. And some scholars have differed. So many of the Orientalists, they thought that Misran here means Egypt. But it's Egypt, Misr, or they say in Egyptian, Masr, right? It's mamnu' min as-sarf. It doesn't take tanween. So this has a tanween. So Misr has two meanings. It could mean Egypt, if it's Misru, Misra, right? But if it's Misrun, if it has a tanween, it's referring to any city, any large city. That's the name of a city. So it says, "Ihbitu Misran." Go down to any major city. فَإِنَّ لَكُمْ مَا سَأَلْتُمْ. You could have whatever you want. But the wording that he used was very important. He didn't say "Ihbitu Madinah." He didn't speak Arabic, but the word that Allah used, He didn't say go down to a city. He used the word Misr for city instead of the word Medina for city. Why? Because the word Medina exists as well. But basically it's a play on words. It's a play on words to say you could get that food in any major city. We're here in the desert right now. Allah's giving you special food. And you people were just in Egypt living as slaves, living as servants, being oppressed by Fir'aun. And he's saying basically you want something that's lower? Go to any city, but it's like you going back to Egypt in your previous conditions because you think that you were better off in those circumstances than you're off now. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that sometimes people are so ungrateful that when Allah gives them better than what they have, they still complain about it. They still complain about it. Imagine if Allah doesn't give you everything, you're still supposed to be thankful for all the blessings Allah has given you. But if you get into the habit of being ungrateful, I'm not happy with this, and I'm not happy with this, and I don't like my phone, and I don't like my car, and I don't like this carpet, and I don't like this, then what happens, even when you get something that's better than what you have, you're still going to complain and say, I want the other thing. Because you're in the whining mode. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that. Ameen. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum.
Nothing but Egyptian. Complained about Morsi, look what we have now.